Hey everyone, I'm gonna jump straight into a crime reading today. Before I get into that, I want to say thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you all for your subscribes, the likes, the comments, and thank you for also all the supporters over on Patreon, for all of you guys that have joined me on Patreon. That is so I'm so grateful, really. I'm so grateful for you guys over there. That is starting to grow into a little community over there. I've really enjoyed doing Patreon, okay? For those of you that think that these readings on YouTube are a bit heavy and dark, on Patreon it's been completely different. It's been very lighthearted for the most part, okay? They do feel a bit more personal. They're zodiac sign readings, and I've noticed that it's a bit more things like love, career, healing journey, okay, you know, day-to-day things. So if you want to check that out, you can. You don't have to though if you don't want to, okay? I just wanted to say thank you guys for all of your support, okay? I really appreciate it. Now, getting into the reading for today, the crime reading, I do have a couple things. One download that I got last night, because of my crime reading from yesterday, with the tarot videos, right? Something popped into my mind, something that I used to do, okay, that could be relevant as well, is I have a notorious problem here with my phone storage, right? It's always full. So what I used to do was send, if I did videos just for myself, just so that I could keep it in like chronological order or just keep like a overview, I would send videos to myself on WhatsApp. And that would free up the space on my phone, because then it would be uploaded onto WhatsApp and it would be compressed into a smaller size. So I don't know, because I was thinking about the reading from yesterday, okay, the wiretapping, right? I don't know if one of you guys has done that as well, okay, or if that's just a relevant download. Somebody's sending like that, possibly videos to themselves somewhere, and that being picked up on a wiretap, possibly, okay, maybe that's how some sort of information got out, or just sending videos, tarot videos, or even some sort of links through text message or WhatsApp, and somebody being wiretapped. That's a download that I got that I was being told to share, okay? Now, the other thing I want to get into today is, first of all, the letters came to me, TB, okay? And who is this Taurus that came out at the very ending of my last reading? Because that really felt like new player enters the chat, okay? Who is this Taurus? And how are they involved with something here? It could be, from what I got out of last reading, like a daughter-in-law, a sister-in-law, some sort of an in-law in someone's family, a Taurus. Feminine, possibly. Okay, that's what I want to figure out. Who is this person? Who is this Taurus? Right? Because I really feel like it's somebody new that I maybe have not... Well, maybe I picked up on this person like without knowing it, but I feel like for the first time this person has been exposed, like not indirectly to me, but like, oh, you need to look at this person. Who is this person specifically? Okay, so that's what I want to figure out. Now, you might know this person or you might not know this person whatsoever. This could be someone, like I said, that you don't even know about. It's somebody's in-law that could be involved in this situation somehow. But that's who I'm being called to look into today, this Taurus. And like I said, also the letters T and B could be significant for some reason. B. Yeah, so what's going on here? What is it that you want us to know about this person? Or what's the crime that you want to expose to us here today? Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel. What's your message today for the collective here? Let's see what's going on. The Sun. First card out. Someone's being exposed. The Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Empress. The Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like this Taurus possibly could be someone that somebody else is trying to protect. Like, let's say they are an in-law, okay? Like someone else has been trying to hide them or make sure that they don't get exposed, or that their involvement doesn't come to light. Now, I don't know why that's coming out this way, okay? But somebody's being exposed here. Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Empress. Yeah, I'm just going to get straight into clarifying what this is here. Could have something to do with a mother figure, a matriarch, the Empress. Why is the Sun here? Somebody who's been lying, okay? Trying to get away with something, scheming and plotting. That Queen of Cups and the Hanged Man. Something about a Pisces, Queen of Cups and the Hanged Man. Could have something to do with a Pisces possibly, or something is being exposed about a mother figure, okay? Queen of Cups and the Empress. Let's see, what's this Knight of Cups in reverse? The Three of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Again, somebody is very, very worried, very, very stressed out, confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's coming. Somebody can't see into the future. They're very stressed. They're very worried. Okay, what's this Empress? The Three of Swords, heartbroken. Pain, bad news, Page of Wands in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse. So we have an Empress and an Emperor in the reverse, which could be like a mature couple, could be parents, possibly. Somebody's getting some sort of bad news. This could be making someone angry, or they want to control something. This is someone that could be abusive or power hungry. Let's see. Tell me more about the Sun, please. The Page of Cups in reverse. Something about rejection or bad news, or it could even Three of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords. Somebody's trying to get away with something here that has to do with a broken friends group, or a spoiled party, or what is this? What are you trying to expose here, the Sun? A mature woman. Okay, so what are you trying to expose here? Something about a mature woman, possibly someone's mother. What are they trying to get away with? Something that they didn't expect, okay? They weren't expecting something here. What's the Three of Cups in reverse? Why on the floor? Hand of Cards. Hand of Cards. And that's pretty interesting considering I was just talking about tarot, right? Tarot videos again. Okay, we'll see what that is. Why is someone feeling rejected here? Ace of Cups in reverse. Or something was rejected. Two of Pentacles, trying to balance something out. Somebody was rejected, something was rejected. What was rejected here? Thoughts, they were not thinking about this. They weren't expecting this. They weren't thinking about this. They didn't think something through. They weren't expecting something here. So a mature woman thought that they were being strategic, or it's something that they found out by watching tarot, or something about tarot. I don't know why I'm feeling that with Hand of Cards. They thought that they could get away with something. They weren't expecting something though. Okay, help me understand this better. Yeah, okay, so somebody here got some sort of communication information and they made a choice, or they decided to act on something. They made the choice to communicate something. They made the choice to take action. 8 of Cups. Thinking that they could walk away, thinking that they would get away if they spoke something out, if they communicated something. And why do I feel like whoever this is communicated something either based on some sort of knowledge that they got from not just tarot videos though. I feel like it's either personal things, like something personal to you, like your personal tarot, your personal videos, your personal information. Or again, like some sort of a wiretap. I don't know how they have this information, but that's what they're like acting on. Like they're getting information through external sources, like maybe moles in the system, people that work in the system that are feeding them this information in order for them to like craft a certain story that will help them get away. That's what this feels like. What's the 8 of Cups? A message. A message. Messages. A message. A letter. A document. Or messages, like actual text messages. Okay, what's this? Talking in reverse. No, it's text calls, emails in reverse. Or maybe even letters, like letters in the mail. See, I was getting that yesterday as well. Like you never receiving certain mail, you never receiving certain letters. That could be how this Taurus is involved. For some reason, I can't explain it, but it's like an intuitive feeling, okay? That maybe whoever this Taurus is, that is someone's in-law or connected to someone else's family that you probably don't even know, okay? This person could be the reason why you never received some sort of mail, and that's just an intuitive feeling that I can't explain, okay? I can't get, look, Ace of Swords. Did I get it? Did I hit it right on the money with that one? I have no idea, but I don't know. I'm just feeling it, and I don't know why. Ace of Swords, and somebody here is upset that this truth is coming out. Somebody is feeling dissatisfied about the truth. Or is whoever these people are, they feel dissatisfied because they know that you know the truth. And I feel like, and again, Leo at the bottom, I feel like there's a mole in the system that's been like illegally wiretapping you based on a false investigation, based on a false case that they've been trying to build, coming up with stupid shit just to justify some sort of a wiretapping. And with the information that you speak about, that you post about, that you talk about, that you even send yourself maybe, okay? Like if you're like me back then, sending videos to yourself, sending things to yourself so that you don't lose them, right? If you do stuff like that. Them finding out that you know certain things, maybe even about them and what they're up to, and they're unhappy that you know the truth. It's stressing them out, it's worrying them that you have caught on to something or you suspect them in some sort of way. Tell me about the 7 of Swords. The Knight of Cups, 2 of Wands in reverse, and 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, it's all about them, like, it's either about them trying to make you an offer, them trying to give you something and you rejecting it. And they're trying to lie about something that they try to give to you. Or, I mean, if this is the same person, like this mature woman, someone who tried to give you some sort of food or some sort of drinks or something poison possibly, I don't know, and you rejected this. Maybe they found out. First of all, they got blocked, okay? They cannot give you anything at all. You block them. You block them. I feel like they try to give you something and you rejected it. And maybe after they tried giving you some sort of food or drink or something like that and you rejected it, maybe you posted somewhere or you texted someone or you texted maybe even yourself talking about how you know that it was them and you know that they tried to do something to you, okay? Maybe even just for like documentation purposes, right? Because look, if you're worried that somebody's trying to do something to you, okay, and you think that someone just tried to give you some sort of a cup or a gift or something that was supposed to be a nice offer, look like a nice offer, like here, take some food, take some drink, right? And you don't know what the fuck is in it. If you even just text yourself and say, I suspect this person just tried to do this to me, I suspect that something was in this, I suspect that, blah, blah, blah. And you're doing it for safety reasons because let's say they do end up doing something to you and hurting you in some way, and the police confiscates your phone in the hopes that if, you know, the police looks through your phone, they'll see, oh, you texted yourself all these things and now we have a suspect. I don't know, right? That could be the case for someone here as well. If you have a wiretap, though, from a crooked official that's now also listening in on your conversations and stuff like that, they're seeing that you're talking about this stuff or you're writing this stuff or you're documenting this stuff, right? I feel like that could have tipped someone off. Maybe they weren't expecting this. Maybe they weren't expecting to be rejected by you, and not just be rejected by you, but also that you suspect them or that you suspect that there was malicious intent behind whatever they're trying to do and that you saw through it. I feel like they weren't expecting that. Expectation in reverse. Love call. Phone. It's something about the phone. And it's something about your phone. I'm pretty sure. It's something about someone's phone being listened to. It's something about people listening to your phone conversations or what you're writing, or even, like I said, just texting yourself, or photos, videos, camera roll, something like that. The runner. And this is somebody that then listened to their ego. Listen to their ego, or listening, listened. It says listening to ego, but I feel like listening to the call, listening to the phone, or listening to what you're talking about on the phone, or watching, reading what you're talking about on the phone. Yeah, so it was something that they did. Coffee cup at the bottom. I feel like it's food, it's drink, it's somebody trying to poison you or take you out with some sort of laced food and drink, and you picked up on it, you communicated it somehow. Who is listening? I feel like it's an official, a dirty official. Whoever it is, now they're exposed. False person in reverse. A courtship. Something was exposed about a relationship or two people working together, or somebody that someone's in a relationship with, like an in-law, right? Sudden change, shocking news, surprise epiphany. Epiphany? Is that me having this epiphany right now? I don't know. I feel like it is. Shocking news. Why are you throwing them all on the floor, man? The snake. Yeah, someone here's a snake. Stabbed in the back. Someone here is definitely a snake. They're in competition. They think that they're clever and malicious, right? They're a snake listening to someone on the phone. Yeah, so if there was an illegal surveillance, a wiretap that was put on your phone or on your communication by an official, I'm pretty sure it's a corrupt, dirty official, or it's a mole that's filtering this information to someone else in order to be 3 steps ahead of you at all times, to figure out what you know about who and, you know, blah, 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 so that they can get ahead of you in some sort of way. That's what I feel. So what's in that cup reverse? You rejected something. The Tower in reverse. You avoided a catastrophe. You avoided something. You avoided devastating destruction when you rejected someone's offer, man. Because I feel like something was supposed to happen to you. Yeah, the plan. A King of Swords. So King of Swords could be the person that's working on some sort of a plan here. Or it also could have something to do with someone's job, right? I cannot make it up. High honor in reverse. Right when I'm talking about someone's job, career, Eight of Pentacles. Somebody is a dirty official. They don't have any honor. This is someone who's corrupt. They don't deserve they don't deserve a position in high honor because they're corrupt. So is that what they didn't want to expose? The fact that this whole wiretapping situation was illegal and based on lies? And maybe the tower that they tried to avoid here was their career, right? So dirty official here doesn't want to go down for the career mistakes that they have made targeting an innocent person like this. So they think, well, why don't I just get rid of someone instead? Because then, I keep my career and I keep my pension fund. I feel like it's something like that. What's the Nine of Swords? A child. And now somebody is really stressed out and paranoid and worried about their child. Why? Is their child the one that's sitting at the police station? Because I feel like it kind of is. I feel like the child might be the Taurus. Why do I feel that? I can't explain it. I can't explain why I feel that way. The child. Tell me about this child. Or it's an in-law or something like that. It's someone's in-law. They thought they did something to try and get themselves detached, to avoid conflict, to solve some sort of conflict here. To solve a problem. They were trying to solve a problem and get themselves detached from something. Okay, but now they're confused. Now they don't know what to do. They don't want to be attached to something that they did. What is this? The journey that they took. What are they so stressed out and worried about? A relationship evolving. This card is the only card in this whole deck that says child on it. It's something about someone's child, okay? And it doesn't even, it's not a small child. I feel like this is an adult child because we have the Empress and the Emperor in reverse here, which gives me a mature couple, a mature woman. I feel like it's someone's adult child. That's who they're worried about. Why is this mature couple so worried about their child, huh? A Page of Pentacles. Because they don't want someone to lose their job. Page of Pentacles can be employment, right? When you're working under someone. Page of Pentacles, again, an earth sign, right? Possibly an employee. Eight of Pentacles reverse, that's when you lose your job. That's when you make mistakes, right? That's when you're not a hardworking, reliable employee. That's when you make mistakes and you do sloppy work and you're lazy or you're just corrupt and you lose your job. So did this mature couple not want their child to lose their job because they've been doing illegal things on the job? Tell me more about this, please. Something's being seen clearly now. Two of Swords in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. It's time. Whoever this is their time to be exposed now. Tell me more. I can't make it up. Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this person's being exposed now. Somebody's child, and it's a grown-ass adult child, okay? So what's this person so worried about here? I mean, I'm going to get my crime cards out for that one. But there's a mature couple that got their grown-ass adult child involved in something who I'm pretty sure has some sort of an authority position. I don't know where this person works. We're going to try and figure out where they work. but they incited their own child to do something illegal, or that might be the mole in the system. I don't know. This is who they're trying to cover up for. This is why they're trying to get rid of you, because they'd rather get rid of you than have their own child lose their job after doing illegal things. Okay, I guess. So, right. Tell me about this Three of Swords. Someone's mother is heartbroken. Why? Because of an illusion they created, magician. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like they have to let something go now. Because somebody works in authority, the Hierophant. Heartbroken about some sort of bad news because of someone's position of authority, or what is this? Or is it a Taurus? The Hierophant is Taurus energy. So is the Empress. High Priestess. Knight of Wands, huh? Okay, so why is the Hierophant here? Because of someone's job, where they work. Yo, I cannot. Their plan, where someone works. Someone's getting bad news. Why? Because of the path that they chose, that's why. As an official person, courthouse. Oh, pathway to courthouse, or pathway to a court official or someone that works in law. Or for some sort of a, I don't know, some sort of an agency here. So what else do we need to know about this? The Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles. This has to do with an emperor and a lot of money. Is this child how they found out about this? The Three of Cups, the one that gave it to this group of people. Who's the child? Ten of Swords and the Star. Somebody's worried about their reputation. They're worried about their achievements. They feel like this will end their career. This is someone that works in maybe a high position, or they work in the public eye, or someone who has some sort of a leadership position, or they work for the community. They're supposed to be seen as a role model. They're supposed to be, you know, in the public eye as someone you can look up to, someone you can trust. Whoever this is, they feel like their reputation will be ruined. It'll be their ending. They'll never be able to work again, possibly. King of Pentacles in reverse, Hierophant in reverse. It's Taurus, but both of them in the reverse. Two Taurus cards in the reverse, okay? Whoever that is. Someone that's greedy and corrupt. Greedy and corrupt. So let's see what this person did. I want to find out, okay? Okay, tell us. What are you trying to expose here? Five of Swords in reverse, about somebody not wanting to lose their job. T for Taurus, possibly. What a weird coincidence that the first card out is a T. T for Taurus? Pharmacy. Phone call. And South America. Something on a phone. The post box, the mail, heart chakra, N. Oh, no? No, no what? What am I getting wrong if you're saying no? Counterfeit and roofied. A thief. This has to do with someone stealing something. That's counterfeit. Revenge for C. Revenge for C. B, screenshots, social media. Screenshots, social media. And you know what? You want to know what's really interesting? I said at the very beginning, I got these letters. B and T. T and B. Whoever that is, okay? Screenshots, social media. And a confession. Screenshot, debt collection. What are you trying to tell us here? Surveillance for trafficking. Somebody being under surveillance because of trafficking. IP address. IP address surveillance. Robbery, E. E, stole something, the Midwest. Somebody stole something. Someone is a thief, robbery. And it could be because, look, surveillance, right? Surveillance of an IP address, surveillance of some sort of mail, possibly, pharmacy, and a social media because of screenshots, only to find out, wait, where is it? Only to find out that something is actually trafficking. Text messages and meeting. Screenshots, text messages, and a phone call. Why are you showing all this? Running away because of an investigation, and you're protected by angels. Because of an investigation. I feel like someone here started an investigation, yeah. They put you under surveillance, which is what I said at the beginning. Then they were watching text messages, which is also something I said at the beginning. Watching your phone. And something about social media, okay? Money laundering. This has to do with case files that were traced back. This has to do with case files that were traced back. And fentanyl. What do you mean case files being traced back? I and a hotel. Hotel. Good news. There was good news because some sort of case files were traced back. Yeah, there was a digital footprint. Something could be traced because of a digital footprint. This has to do with a hotel, and this was good news in the case. Okay. This has to do with an employee of the mail. So does someone here work for the mail? Somebody works maybe for the post office? Fake profile, store employee mail. This works, maybe this has to do with the post office. Somebody was coerced, F. West Coast, C-O, C-O. I keep getting those letters for some reason. C-O, C-O, and F. Okay. Nudes. And a wiretap. A wiretap. What does this have to do with an employee somewhere and the mail? It has to do with E. and water. What, or water, or is it WhatsApp? W, or something with W, witchcraft water, WAE. It has to do with someone's intellectual property and a truck driver. Okay. Or somebody driving to a property. How somebody got in possession of a certificate, why someone has a certificate in their possession, or how someone got a birth certificate in their possession. Okay. G, international bank account number. And someone's will. Why somebody has possession of someone's will, or has possession of in possession of a birth certificate, in possession of a certificate, or maybe it's not a birth certificate, death certificate, maybe it's just a will. Somebody's in possession of someone's will. Why? Wiretap. Eviction and J. Hacking. Something about someone moving out, being evicted, trying to get someone evicted, someone moving out. Medical records. P and an offshore account. Medical records, or some sort of records, a will, a certificate. How they got all this stuff into their possession. How did they get all this stuff in their possession? Because it's organized crime. Okay, how did they get all this stuff in their possession? All these documents, all these case files. I knew it. Look who comes out, Queen of Pentacles. Hello, I've been waiting for you to come out, whoever you are. Whoever this person is, I've been waiting. And look, see, I was wondering the whole time I'm doing this spread, and I'm like, Queen of Pentacles has not come out one time. And all I do is ask, how did they get all of these documents in their possession? Certificates, a will, medical records, all these official documents. How did they do that? And look who comes out, this Queen of Pentacles. Who's this Taurus? I'm pretty sure it's a Taurus. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure. Four of Swords. How did this Queen of Pentacles get her hands on all this stuff? That's why they tried to lace something into your food. Yeah, that's what I was getting at the beginning as well. So because of this Taurus, or this Queen of Pentacles, wherever she is, in possession of all of these official documents, okay? That's why they try to lace something into your food. Because she works in court. Because she works for the court system. Recording. Pulled in for questioning. A protective order. Driving by in a disguise. Driving by in a disguise. Sacrifice and a cleaning service. K. And a prosty. The South, okay. So this Queen of Pentacles is somehow connected to all these documents, or how someone coming after you or trying to do something to you, how they are receiving all of this knowledge. It's like, how they're getting their hands on stuff somehow, and then there's some sort of a mole, and then they're giving it to someone else. Or they're the one that's like feeding, maybe they're the ones that's feeding it into the system, or they're bringing it into the systems in some sort of way. I don't know. Confession, roofied, running away. A confession. What do you mean? Oh. Okay. Recording. Again, organized crime. This has to do with a recording, organized crime, a confession, a recording confession, a confession, a recording of a confession, a recording of a confession, and a truck driver, a recorded confession, meeting with a truck driver, a recorded confession, landlord, case files, trafficking. This has to do with a landlord getting some sort of case files. How did this landlord, or how did people that live near you, or how did a landlord get some sort of case files? A recorded confession. B. Or they got the case files from someone's landlord who has a letter B. So this is this person's family. Third eye, health insurance. Third eye, health insurance. How is someone's landlord getting these case files? Yes. M or W? A perjury of a case. Whoever is working this freaking case, a caseworker who committed perjury. A caseworker who has the case files, committing perjury with a recorded confession because of a landlord and a truck driver. Okay, a letter. All these letters in someone's case files. The letters in the case files. Something about where they got sent. Someone working the case. Is connected to someone's landlord. Or this landlord is connected to this Taurus. And this has to do with all these letters and these documents that are in the case files. Okay. And someone getting a bribe. Stolen medical records. Stealing medical records. A thief of medical records. S.A. Stealing records. Somebody stole records. Now, I'm not sure. It says health insurance. It could be health insurance, medical records, a thief. But it also could just be like records of like insurance or something like that. I don't know where this person works, but they seem to have a lot of insight into case files and documents, letters that are in a case, records, health insurance, medical records, and they were bribed to steal the records. From where? From court. Protective order and court. Offshore account pulled in for questioning. Somebody was bribed money to steal a bunch of records from court? Because they know your landlord? Personally. And they were bribed? Okay, tell me more about this. This has to do with a camera. Somebody that sold their soul. Somebody that's national that sold their soul. Yes, this is someone that sold their soul. Or whoever you're thinking of right now. Yes, that person, okay? This is someone that's could be European. This is someone possibly from the south of Europe, maybe even the south of Europe, like maybe they're Italian or something like that. A ring or jewelry or Greek, I don't know. Crown chakra. Did I hit something there? Why? Crown chakra, why? Whoever you are, whoever you're thinking of right now, yes, that person. Crown chakra. That's why they need an alibi, because whoever is stealing records and stealing documents and stealing letters is like family or married to whoever is doing this to you, or is connected to a landlord. Whoever stole it, somebody that it needs an alibi for what they stole. Canada and H. Offer. They got an offer from the cartel. It was they got a transaction here, and May came out. Okay, so someone's birthday could be in May because May is Taurus. So somebody was offered money to steal some sort of documents. So they must work somewhere where they can get their hands on all these things. The question though is like, where do they work then? Like, do they work with the police? I mean, this kind of sounds like health insurance. And W again. National account, a national offshore account hold in for question. What are you trying to tell me here? You keep just showing me the same cards over and over again. A judge. A judge, court. That's the answer. That's the answer, okay? Obsessed. So it's this Queen of Pentacles that is a judge, or is married to a judge, or works for the court system case, or they're the ones that stole documents from the courts, or tax evasion. No. Buying AG, cold case, car, cold case, CCA, again, CCA, G, GA, AG, L, AGL, hacker. Hacker, nudes, and a phone. Hacker, nudes, phone. So that's who told them the information. The Queen of Pentacles did. That they're investigating something here, or that something that they're doing, or that something was traced back to a hacker. Yeah, I can't make it up. Look what comes out. I cannot. Digital footprint traced back. So the Queen of Pentacles is the one that told this group that something had been traced back. There's a digital footprint and it was traced back to a hacker. Something on a phone, some sort of nudes on a phone was traced back to a hacker. A digital footprint was traced back, and you're telling me they found this out from this Queen of Pentacles. She's the one that told this group. That's why they planned someone's murder. Okay. because of the metadata. Because of the metadata, the digital footprint, the metadata that this group was connected to somehow, because is the Queen of Pentacles, the Taurus, the one that like started the investigation only to find out that it was a fraud? Or I don't even feel that though. I feel like she's just like a fly on the wall. Why do I feel like this person is just a fly on the wall? I don't feel like they're the one that launched the investigation. I feel like they're just a fly on the wall, like collecting information, stealing documents, reporting things back in an active investigation. I don't know why, but that's what I feel. Bad news. She got the bad news about a geolocation. Or she told this group the bad news, CPS. So does she work for CPS? Bad news about CPS. So does this lady work for CPS? A CPS case. Social Security, computer or laptop. Pressing charges because of a transfer. How is this lady involved? Something was falsified and fabricated when it comes to taxes. Selling to a third party. Something was sold to a third party. Something on the internet. That's how this group is involved, because of something that they might have bought on the internet. They didn't want this traced back to them. Something was falsified and fabricated with taxes. They got bad news when it comes to CPS. Where does this lady work? Backfire. It has to do with it, their mother at the home. It's someone's child. Their mother could be someone that lives near you, okay, like a neighbor. Their mother lives near you, or their mother has connections to your landlord. Their mother could have been a neighbor. Their mother has something to do with a home, a landlord, mortgage. So it's this person's child. This mother could have tried to give you some sort of food. This person's mother could have tried to poison you or get rid of you because of their child and where their child works. And the fact that their child was corrupt on the job and was like giving their parents a bunch of information about like an active investigation. Their mother gave you a gift or a present. Intimidation. Airplane. And tried to intimidate you before traveling on an airplane, or because they knew you were traveling on an airplane, or someone was going to fly on an airplane. So this person could have tried to intimidate you with a gift before you fly, or someone flies, and give you a physical disease, EV, hush money, because someone here gave someone hush money to give you a physical disease. No. Canada, crown chakra, alibi. No, CCC, crown chakra, Canada, alibi. No. Why are you saying no? Because of a Google search. Email T. Email T. No, they gave you the food or drink because they saw something with tarot. Tarot? Is it with the messages and tarot? Or they saw something that you sent yourself? Or is it a Taurus? Some sort of mail from a Taurus? I'm not sure. receipts. No, something about international. They didn't want you to leave and go somewhere internationally, international airplane, or they saw that you had, or they saw the receipts of your international like airline tickets. Is that what this is? Receipts, a receipt of international airline tickets, international airplane receipt, email. They saw an email with international airplane tickets, email T, where's T? Email with tickets, international airplane, tickets, receipts, fake profile, bad news, good news. They thought they would get good news with this fake profile because they saw that you had some sort of receipts with international airplane tickets in an email. Okay. Paying cartel, and then they paid a caseworker, paying caseworker an offer. Then they made a caseworker an offer to pay them. Okay. For a testimony, passport. This has something to do with like international travel, international airplane, passport. A testimony about international airplane travel and tickets and a passport. Paying for a passport. You could have paid for a passport. They also saw these emails. Okay. And that's what they based their testimony off of. Okay, unfortunately I had a quick break here, and I don't remember where I was in this, but let's just see why somebody is so scared of losing their job here. Why is someone so worried about losing their job? Because of compensation. Compensation for a physical disease. Taxes and a geolocation. What? A meeting about some sort of drugs and the UK. And case files. Why is someone so worried here about their job, losing their job? Because of a choice that someone made at a home. L, M, a case, because of case files and a case. Because they manipulated a case. A breakup, I. A counterfeit will. With a counterfeit will. Because they tried to manipulate the case and case files with a counterfeit will. Something was stolen here, and now they're exposed, okay? Because they don't want to get exposed for something that they stole and created a counterfeit of. Life insurance fraud. Because they don't want to get exposed for some sort of life insurance fraud because of a counterfeit will is now exposed. Someone created a counterfeit will after committing some sort of life insurance fraud, and this is something that they stole. E doesn't want to get exposed. because of the jurisdiction. They did someone a favor. See? They did C a favor. By invading someone's privacy. But there was a security camera and a VPN. A security camera and VPN. A wiretap. F. That's the answer. Why somebody did something with money laundering or something to do with laundering something. That's the answer. That's the answer. Okay. The answer has something to do with a dirty official being depressed, okay? A dirty official is depressed. That's the answer, because they stole something here to cover up a transaction, N, to cover up some sort of life insurance fraud and a counterfeit will. So they stole something, robbery, drive-by, and a prosty with a wire. IRS, wire, an IRS wiretap, affidavit. Or they found something out about the IRS, or they found something out through the IRS, or they stole some sort of documents from some sort of an investigation here. That's why they wrote an affidavit about a hotel in Europe. And this has to do with some sort of opioids and a credit card. Okay. This has to do with these text messages and someone, Homeland Security, Customs, Zoll, and the IRS, and a wiretap, huh? I cannot fucking make it up, yo. I just said it too. I just said it and it comes out. Or is this the wiretap? Someone at the Homeland Security, Zoll, Customs, wiretap. That's their dirty official friend here, okay? Pulled in for questioning over an offshore account. Okay. Buying something with a loan. A is a hacker, or somebody found out about a hacker, or that something was hacked. Something about a loan, a hacker, something about buying something, selling something, hacking, and a loan. This is what they found out. And now they're about to get a backfire, okay? And somebody's worried about their job because of case files that were exposed and that they stole. And possibly this whole wiretapping situation, right? I don't know, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I hope this helps, okay? Let's just see maybe who's involved in this. Who's involved in all this mess? A Pisces and a Sagittarius, August, and a brother. A Cancer, a Scorpio, lots of water signs, and a Taurus. Interesting, okay? So we have Taurus, we have a Gemini, a Cancer, a brother, a Pisces, and a Sagittarius, okay? And something about August. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Thanks for watching. Until next time.